Hey everyone, so I have a Maytag, I don't know, what's the model number on this thing? Well, let's just call it a Maytag dryer. And today I went to use it, and I pushed the start button, and I have it unplugged right now, but I pushed the start button, and sparks started coming out of the side of the dryer over here. I'm like, what the... So anyway, so I figured, well, let's go see where the sparks came from. So I unplugged it. So if any of you are thinking about working on this, you need to make sure you unplug it. Back here in the back, there's this little metal cover. So I undid this cover, and I can see in here that I got these 3 leads that come from the 220 plug, and they're all loose. But not only are they loose, which is part of the problem, but if you can see up here, these wires right here that go to this lead, they're chafed, and they were, I think, they were arcing against this metal frame here. So, you know, part of me is kind of like, you know, who's the bozo that designed this that was going to allow these wires to chafe against the edge of this frame? Anyway, so I'm going to take this apart, see if I can repair these wires right here, tighten down all these lugs again. I'm not sure why they came loose, except maybe just, you know, because this is in the garage in South Florida, that maybe they just, through heat, they've just, you know, expanded and contracted enough that they wiggled themselves loose. Anyway, so see if I can repair these wires, retighten these lugs, although I have a feeling there may be something still burned up, like a trip, because after those sparks came out, I tried a few more times, and there was no more sparks, but the dryer kept making a buzzing noise at me when I pushed the start button, so that makes me think maybe there's a relay trip somewhere. Okay, we'll let you know how this goes. Okay, so an update. So after I got this apart, I found out what was going on. So this, sorry, it's hard to see. Okay, so this one was loose, I tightened it. This one was loose, I tightened it. Unfortunately, this one's got this little blue wire coming off the bottom here. It's got some burn damage, so I may have to re-terminate him, meaning take it off, cut the top off, and put on a new little spade connector. But the real damage was over here on this lug, and you had the yellow and the black wire were attached to it. And they basically, the yellow wire had pretty much melted itself apart, so it came off, and then this black one needs to be re-terminated also. So I'm going to fix all this and put it back together. My concern though is that something either may still be damaged, or there might be a fuse somewhere here in this. There was a cover here. I took the cover off. There might be a fuse in here or something that I haven't found yet, so I'm going to fix it up and see what happens next. Alright, there was a little more going on than met the eye when I first showed you on video. So it turns out that this last lug, the one that was having the most looseness, or the ones that had the burned out, shorted out wires on it, I guess in the process the heat must have destroyed the bakelite. That's this kind of brown insulation material behind here. And so what happened was the little post that these were all bound on, sorry, trying to get so you can see what's going on there. Basically, it dislodged, or it broke out. So I ended up having to put new spades on the black and the yellow wire. You know, these are crimp-on spades, and I got like a nut and a bolt and put, you know, the lead from the wall plug plus the black plus the yellow, and crimped on new spades, tightened it down real tight. Now what I'm going to do is use electrical tape and wrap those guys up really good, and make sure that these wires are no longer brushing up against that metal frame, which is what they shorted on initially. I can't believe they thought that was a good idea, because it's just a sharp piece of edge metal right here where these wires lean against. Oh well. Anyway, so I'm going to get that all patched up, and we'll come back in a minute and see if that fixed it. I have a sneaky suspicion, though, there may be a little more to it than that. There may be a fuse or something, or a relay that needs to be replaced. Okay, talk to you in a minute. Okay, so here's the moment of truth. So I've re-plugged it in. Alright, that's the 220 socket there. And I'm going to go turn it on. And voila, there it is. It's running. So, I just want to emphasize, if you're going to do any of this stuff and you don't know what you're doing around electricity, please be careful, or please don't even mess with it. Get somebody who knows what they're doing, because 220 will kill you. Alright? 220 is these big fat sockets like that, okay? So anyway, so that's it. Good luck.